services are provided by Hartford Hospital athletic trainer Mr. Scott Applebaum. It is the hope of the high school administration, game officials, coaches, and players that the spectators will enjoy the contest in the spirit of good sportsmanship. Please direct your attention to the spectator expectation sign by the American flag, and note that the use of profanity and inappropriate behavior will not be tolerated at any student-centered events. In addition, for the safety of our spectators, there is no shooting on the game floor between quarters, at halftime, or after the game. We, the students, athletes... I already said that, didn't I? It's time for this evening's starting lineups. First, for visiting Platt. Starting first, number 3, Juan Dancy. Number 4, Anthony Nemani. Number 25, Amari Robinson. Number 2, Henry Smith. And number 20, Matthew Smokes. The Panthers are led by head coach Shawan Moncrief. And now for your Wethersfield Eagles. Starting first, number 4, Luke Latina. Number 5, Jack Freitas. Number 11, Robert Ruiz Rivera. Number 23, Jake Brunier. And number 24, Joe Raposo. We now ask that at this time you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. We're back here from Wethersfield High School, and we are getting set for tip-off. I'll now hand it off to our play-by-play broadcaster for basketball, Josh Barbara.
Thank you, Jimmy. Starters here tonight for the Eagles: number 4, Luke Latina; number 5, Jack Freitas; number 11, Robert Ruiz Rivera; number 23, Jake Kruger; and number 24, Joe Raposo. Now for the Platt Panthers: number 25, Amari Robinson; number 3, Juan Dancy; number 20, Matthew Smokes; number 2, Henry Smith; and number 4, Anthony Nemani.
So I think there may have been a mistake out there on the roster. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I do know there is an Avery Robinson as well, who's a sophomore, and they did put him out on the roster, so I believe that is a mistake back on our part.
All right, and now here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Nemani being covered by Ruiz Rivera. Robinson. Over to number 2, Henry Smith. Smith moving around the field. Beautiful shot right there by number 20, Matthew Smokes.
Flat 3 by number 20, Matthew Smokes.
So now here's Ruiz Rivera with the Eagles. Over to Freitas, over to Latina. Twitter trying to post up here. He's got the ball being triple teamed. He'll still go up with it, and there will be a foul. He'll be going to the line.
Platt foul is to number 25, Avery Robinson. His first of the game, 2 shots.
Printer at the line now. He'll miss his first one.
So still at the line. He's missed the first one. Takes the second.
Pruner will miss both of those. Not something that we normally see. Jake Pruner very good on free throws. Now here's Smokes again. 2 for 2 right now. Scoring all 5 points in the game. So now here's Ruiz Rivera. Over to Latina. Tries to give it inside to Pruner.
Oh, and that is not good.
It looks like Pruner and what would be Avery Robinson get tangled up here, and we will be right back.
You're out of the game.
So Niami's number 4, Dancy's number 3.
I'll be right back because I gotta untangle the mic.
Wait a minute, what just happened?
I gotta untangle this.
And so we return to play here as it looked to be as Jake Pruner got tangled up with Avery Robinson.
I believe so.
And then from there they both went to the ground, and then Robinson got hurt.
The assistant coach, I believe, has also been ejected.
I think he was the head coach.
I'm not sure, but one of the coaching staff for Platt has been, I believe, ejected. He's still along the bench, however. So, and Maltese is actually going to speak. We got a technical foul, I believe, assessed to Platt, and it will be Latina who's at the stripe.
So we're not even a minute in, and a coach has already been thrown out of the game.
Yeah, this is...
And the Eagles still have no points as now Latina misses both of his free throws.
And we'll see an Eagles inbound. This will be Freitas to take the ball, most likely to inbound it to Ruiz. And I gotta say, one of the weirdest starts to a basketball game I've ever seen.
And so now we can get back on with play. Robert Ruiz Rivera bringing the ball down the court, being guarded by number 2, Henry Smith. Ruiz Rivera over to Raposo. Raposo trying to do something with it here. Over to Pruner. Pruner, Latina for 3. He won't make it. Smith with the rebound. He'll take the ball down the court now for Platt. Smith loses it. Dancy has to pick it up. Over to Nemani. Nemani. And Jake Pruner will get called for the blocking foul. So coming in is number 5.
Wethersfield foul. Assessed to number 23, Jake Pruner. His first of the game, team first. Black ball.
So for Avery Robinson comes in number 5, Elijah Rodriguez. Rodriguez to inbound the ball. Over to Nemani, who hands it over to Smokes. Smokes back to Nemani. Smith. He tries to get it inside. He does. Now here's Rodriguez who puts it up and in. Very slow start right now for the Eagles, even after all that, which could definitely throw off your momentum and your focus and your energy here. Dangerous pass by Ruiz Rivera. Swinging it out to Freitas for 3. That won't go. Pruner tries to get the rebound there. Dancy will stay in bounds, and they're going to say that it will go off of Ruiz Rivera.
And so we'll see Platt getting inbound here. Out of bounds.
Platt head coach gets in there quickly before something physical could happen. That's called being a good coach right there and looking up for your guys.
And they will inbound here, and the Eagles are looking to rally.
And so here comes Dancy down the court, giving it over to Smith. Smith now, he'll drive with it, puts one up off the glass. That won't go, rebounded by Latina. Latina down to Freitas. Eagles going from right to left in the white. Platt going from left to right there. As Smith will take it, he should have an easy layup right now. No, as he loses control. Smokes will put it up. That won't go. Rebounded by Nemani, and that will.
Wethersfield calls 30-second timeout.
So as I was saying right there, Platt is going from left to right in the navy. Eagles going from right to left in the white. 9-0 right now with 5:39 to go here on Castbox. Blue Eagle News, people that are watching from there, you can see the score on the scoreboard.
One of the advantages of video.
The Eagles are just coming out flat.
Yeah, I mean, they are flatter than 2-week-old Coca-Cola. I mean, you can't say that any other way. There's no way around it. They've come out with zilch, nada. They've got nothing so far. It's 9-0 here in the first quarter. Just over 5.5 to go. Eagles are really going to have to rally around themselves if they're going to put themselves in tonight's game.
So now here's Ruiz Rivera bringing the ball down the court, looking to do something. Latina almost loses that pass from him. Smith, great defense on Latina. Latina will put that one off the side of the backboard. Now here's Smith streaking down the court with it. Great transition offense by Platt. They'll put it up and in.
By number 2, Henry Smith.
So now it's an 11-0 game. And the Eagles, we've seen them come out flat, but I don't think I've ever seen them come out this flat. Latina over to Ruiz Rivera. He doesn't go up with it. His pass gets intercepted by Rodriguez. Now here's Nemani bringing the ball down the court, trying to do something. Puts a little move on Latina, passes it out, and they're going to say that there is a foul.
And we'll see on who.
Louis Montalvo to come into the game now for the Eagles. Dylan Knapp during the timeout subbed in.
Foul. Assistant number 4, Luke Latina. His first of the game, team second. Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 10, Louis Montalvo.
Louis Montalvo comes into the game now for Robert Ruiz Rivera. Rodriguez inbounds it over to Smith for 3. That won't go. Air ball, and they're going to call an over the back on Elijah Rodriguez. 11-0 here, 4:58 to go in the first quarter. Fouls are 3-2.
Assistant number 5, Elijah Rodriguez. His first of the game, team third.
Platt with the lead by points and at the lead with fouls. Latina over to Freitas. Raposo with it now, looking for something. Knapp at the top of the key, being guarded by Nemani. Freitas at the logo. Now here's Montalvo trying to drive with a great defense by Smith. Smith with a great defensive play and just knocks it out of bounds.
Eagles ball.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, you gotta give credit where credit is due, and Platt is playing stupendous defense.
So now here's Montalvo looking for the inbound. Can't find anyone. Now here's Latina in the corner for 3. That looked like it might have gone tipped a bit and didn't make it all the way there. So now here's Smith. Smith bringing the ball down the court. He'll go up with it. That won't go. Rebounded by Knapp. Over to Freitas. Freitas down to Latina. Eagles in the transition now. Latina will slow it down over to Raposo. Raposo trying to do too much with it and travels.
And this is just not a start you want to remember if you're the Wethersfield Eagles. I mean, these guys, again, have got to rally out and rally around themselves. And one of the other things I'm noticing is these guys need to start boxing out and picking up more rebounds. They're giving up so many second chances to Platt tonight.
A theme of the Eagles' offense this year and defense has been they can't get rebounds on either side. So now here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez over to Nemani. Nemani's going to try and drive with it. Will that be a jump ball? Jump ball, and it'll be Eagles ball. Great play right there by Dylan Knapp.
Possession to the Eagles.
And now we will have our first mass break of the game.
I think for the Eagles tonight, if they need a key to tonight's game, I think it's got to be something defensively. They've got to put up more of an effort. I mean, 11-0 in the first quarter. We're more than midway through. They need to do something. I mean, they've come out just so flat.
I mean, like we always talk about how the Eagles start off slow in the first quarter and then ramp it back up, but this is a new kind of slow.
Yeah, I mean, I think I feel a draft in here. It is ice cold.
And after that crazy first minute of play, now, you know, we get down to business and suddenly Platt's running them out of the gym.
Oh, yeah. Platt came to handle business tonight.
So now here's Montalvo with it. Over to Latina. Latina, he'll go up with it. He'll be going to the line. And now Luke Latina's father is the coach of...
Flat foul. Possession number 20, Matthew Smokers.
Luke Latina's father is the coach of Sacred Heart Basketball, Division I boys basketball.
Yeah, and that's always exciting to hear. I mean, I remember in the Rocky Hill game, and I think even... no, I think it was the Rocky Hill game.
He coaches.
He was giving coaching advice to the team during the game. And I believe Freitas will come in here.
We had to jump ball before the mass break there. I should go now.
And here come the Eagles to work a little bit more defensively after the second free throw. They're putting Dylan Knapp and Joe Raposo.
Yeah, they do have, the Eagles are a small team overall, but they have a couple big guys that they can put out there and really take over. So now here's Nemani with it. Little full court press right now by the Eagles. Coach Finelli likes using that a lot. They finally score some points, 11-2, and they're going to say that it's Eagles ball, and number 20, Matthew Smokes, steps out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's just a small mental lapse. And the Eagles managed to put 2 on the board with those free throws from Latina.
So now here's Freitas with it. Freitas over to Latina in the corner. Trying to work on Smokes here. A couple jab steps. He'll drive with it. Beautiful pass inside to Knapp. Back out to Montalvo for 3. That won't go. Rebounded by Rodriguez.
And these guys need to stop taking so many bad looks.
So now here's Smith for 3. That will go.
Flat 3 by number 2, Henry Smith.
14-2 here with 3:10 to go. Eagles are down by 12. Montalvo's just going to put up a crazy shot. Looks like comes out of his hands. Taken back by Knapp. He can't move. Luckily, Raposo comes back onto the offensive side of the court, so they didn't get a backcourt violation. Latina, he'll go up with it. Another crazy shot. Crazy shots right now by the Eagles, and they're just not crashing the boards. So now here's Dancy for 3. That won't go. Rebounded by Raposo. Over to Freitas now, who's bringing the ball up the court. Slings it over to Latina. Latina in the corner. Double team. Beautiful pass between the defense. Another beautiful pass, and there's Knapp. Dylan Knapp with a great finish right there after a beautiful pass by Latina and also a beautiful pass by Freitas. Knapp tries to get in the passing lane right there, tips the ball, recovered by Rodriguez. Nemani will go up and in with it.
Number 4, Anthony Nemani.
2:10 now. Clock is winding down here in the first quarter. Montalvo can't hit that 3. Rebounded by Montalvo. He'll go back up with it, and they're going to call a foul. That looked like all ball to me, but, you know, it's whatever the refs say.
Yeah, I mean, they are the law of the land here, so.
Montalvo going up for 1-1 now.
Flat foul. That's to number 3, Juan Dancy. His first of the game. Team 5th. 2 shots.
Montalvo will make the first one.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 33, Michael Bielak.
Bielak and Pruner will come in.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 23, Jay Pruner.
And this is the bigger lineup that I was talking about. You got Bielak and Pruner in there, and now Jomar Feliciano will probably end up coming in for Louis Montalvo.
Yeah, he's set up right by the table.
Montalvo will miss his second one. Now here's Nemani with it. Nemani trying to split the defense, knocked out of bounds by Bielak.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 40, Jomar Feliciano.
And I mean, just under 2 minutes to go, down by 11. This is not where the Eagles want to be.
Well, also on the flip side of this is where Rocky Hill was last game, and suddenly they came back in the fourth quarter and made it a game. Maybe we could be seeing the same thing here. What a crazy move by Henry Smith to put that one up and in.
By number 2, Henry Smith.
That was a solid play.
That was incredible.
He's put in the work, and it paid off right there.
So now here's Luke Latina with it. Pruner trying to set up a pick. Latina for 3. That won't go. Eagles just not in their rhythm right now. Rebounded by Dancy. Over to Smith. Over to Nemani. Great ball movement.
By number 4, Anthony Nemani.
Great great ball movement right now, and Platt is running the Eagles out of their own gym.
Yeah, I mean, talk about getting routed.
So now here is Freitas with the ball, moving around the perimeter now, trying to do something with it. Latina, being guarded by Smokes. Latina tries to go in. That hole closed quickly. Now here's Pruner. He'll try and drive with it. And no good. They're going to call a travel. Pretty clear travel right there by me. He took one too many steps right there. And now the full court press by the Eagles.
The mental lapses, they just keep getting to him.
So now here's Smokes with it. He'll put up a mid-range shot. That won't go. Rebounded by Rodriguez. He'll get hit in the face and he'll go down. Very high fouling game right now. Not for the Eagles, but for Platt. 5 fouls here in just the first quarter as Deontay Torres.
33, Michael Belak. His first of the game, team third. 2 shots.
Deontay Torres and number 12, Deontay Torres, and who is that over there? What number is that?
That's number 0.
Number
That will be
0.
Dante Kelly.
Dante Kelly.
Coming in for Platt, number 0, Dante Kelly. And number 12, Deontay Torres.
So Deontay Torres and Dante Kelly. We saw Torres in that JV game, and he played a big factor in that one, even though Platt JV team lost. Let's see what he can do here in varsity. Rodriguez made his first free throw. And he'll miss the second one as well. Coaches of Platt telling him to get back on defense. Don't let any fast breaks happen.
Yeah, if you're Platt, I mean, this is exactly the position you want to be in, especially when the Eagles are typically playing their best basketball. You want to keep your foot on the gas right now.
And so it will be Platt ball as it goes out of bounds off of that shot by Luke Latina. Mid-ranger from right outside the paint just wouldn't go in for Latina.
Yeah, I don't get how the Eagles are taking all these bad looks.
So now here is Smokes with a 3. That won't go. Rebounded by Rodriguez. They're going to call it a foul.
Travel, Eagles ball.
Now Latina to inbound the ball. 16.6 seconds left. Eagles are down by 16. It's 21-5. So now here's Freitas over to Latina. They're looking for a 3, you can tell. Here's Latina for 3. That will go.
Eagles 3 by number 4, Luke Latina.
And the
At the end of the first quarter, the score is Platt 21, Wethersfield 8.
They almost, was that a mishap? Right? Not a mishap, I would say, but was that a miscalculation right there? They never stopped the clock.
I don't know.
So 21-8 after the first quarter. Jimmy, what's going on here?
Well, the Eagles need to stop taking so many looks from three-point land. I get it, it's enticing in the beginning of a game, but especially when you're down like this, but they're just not hitting anything. It's like they're shooting at brick walls. There's no way they're able to get shots in. Whenever they crash the glass, they're getting stopped entirely right in their tracks. Nothing seems to be going right for the Eagles. I think Coach Finelli is really going to have to reinvigorate these guys. Something's got to give for Wethersfield.
I think a rule of thumb right now for the Eagles should be, listen, you got to take threes, but they got to be open. Because threes are what's going to get you back in this game, but you got to take open threes. And if threes aren't falling, kick it to the paint, go up with it, and try and draw a foul, get an and one maybe. Because let me tell you, a three-point play with an and one is much easier, or not much easier, I would say, but it's sometimes easier to get, especially in a physical game like this one that we've seen so far.
Yeah, I think Platt's defense has been nearly impenetrable, and the Eagles are really going to have to try and find an Achilles heel.
So now here comes Dancy with it, being guarded by Feliciano. Over to Kelly. Gives it over to Torres. Torres back to Kelly. Back to Torres once again. Little not patty cake. Little back and forth right there between them. So now here's Smith for 3. That won't go. Rebounded by Latina. Freitas now trying to get something going for the Eagles. Back to Latina. Latina being picked up by Torres, excuse me. So now here's Pruner. He'll go inside with it. That won't go. Rebounded by Nemani, and the Eagles got to get rebounds here as well. There's just nothing that's falling for him. So when you can't get shots, get those rebounds. Nemani's going to try and drive with it. Pruner got his hand in there and actually took the ball away. That was an early whistle, I feel like. Raposo and Zerzola will come into the game now for the Eagles.
Raposo and number 2, Zach Zerzola.
They come in for Freitas.
On number 4, Latina, second of the game. Team 4th.
Excuse me, not Freitas. They come in for Latina and Pruner. Dancy over to Nemani for 3. That won't go. Almost rebounded by Belak, and now they're fighting for a jump ball, and it's gonna be Eagles ball. Coach for Platt now calling for them to pick him up at half court here. No full court press.
Yeah, and I think one of the weaknesses for the Eagles has been that full court press. I mean, all season, when they're staring down a full court press, they just seem to crumble.
So there was a beautiful pass right there by Zerzola. It's just that it went off the hands of Freitas, but luckily it goes out of bounds by number 2. Excuse me. Number 2. Who's number 2? Henry Smith. I guess I can't see anything. Wow, ball taken away right there by Dancy. Now to Smith. Smith over to Kelly for a long 2. That won't go. Rebounded by Nemani, who keeps the ball in bounds. Great way to save that one. Torres inside the paint over to Nemani. Back out to Kelly for 3. That will go. Dante Kelly from the corner, and now the Eagles are losing 24-8. Here's Zerzola trying to do something here. Amazing defense right now by Platt. Feliciano's going to try and drive it in. He'll put it up and one! Feliciano goes to the line now for the 3-point play.
Black foul.
Robert Ruiz Rivera will come in now for Michael Belak.
Black foul is at number 12, Deontay Torres. His first game, 6.
Torres will pick up his first foul. Feliciano will make it. Now it's a 24-11 game. Here's Nemani over to Torres. That won't go. Beautiful block right there. I couldn't tell who that was, but it looks like they came out of nowhere for that block. Ball being inbounded for Platt by Henry Smith. Out to Kelly. Kelly over to Dancy for 3. That won't go. Rebounded by Kelly. He's everywhere right now. Kelly, or excuse me, not Kelly, that's Torres over to Kelly. Now here's Smith for 3. That won't go either. Rebounded by Dancy. He'll go up with it. That's a block. Eagles really got to start getting rebounds here. Dangerous right there as Feliciano almost steps out of bounds. He'll fall. Gets the pass off to Ruiz Rivera. He can't make the dribble behind his back. Smith coming down the court with it. He'll go up, and they're going to call a charging foul. Offensive foul right there on Henry Smith. It's going to be a charge. Feliciano took the body blow. Zerzola inbounds it to Ruiz Rivera, and we can get going here once again. Hard pass to the inside right there for Freitas. He'll get it back to Zerzola, who gives it over to Raposo. Raposo drives with it. He'll put it up. That won't go, and he didn't even go for the rebound right there. I'm not understanding the mentality of these Eagles players right now. So now here's Dancy over to Kelly for 3. That won't go either. Rebounded by Raposo now. He's streaking down the court with it, looking for something here. He'll go up with it, and it goes! Dangerous pass right there, but Nemani comes down with it. He'll go up with it. That won't go for him. Zerzola. He'll drive, and he will get caught by the foul, and it will be Deontay Torres, it looks like, coming into the game. Matthew Smokes will come into the game now for Platt. 4:45 left here. Score is 24-13 Panthers. Elijah Rodriguez will also be coming in for Platt as well.
So they step to the line. This will be Zerzola's first trip.
Zerzola will make his first one right there.
For Platt, number 5, Elijah Rodriguez, and number 20, Matthew Smokes.
Excuse me, my bad. That last foul was on number 3, Juan Dancy. Zerzola will miss his second one. He'll try and get in there for the rebound. Almost gets it. Oh, and now he steals the ball from Nemani. Nemani hits it back, but it is recovered by Freitas. Over to Feliciano. He'll go up with it. That won't go. Kelly all the way down the court. Over to Nemani, who will try and set up this offense. Smith, he'll drive with it. Puts up a nice little floater. That won't go, and they're going to call a foul on Zach Zerzola.
Number 2, Zach Zerzola. Team 6. His first. Wethersfield, number 23, Jake Pruner.
So Jake Pruner will come into the game now for Joe Raposo. Rodriguez will take it baseline. He'll flip it on over to Nemani, who gives it out to Kelly for 3. That won't go. Rebounded by Freitas. I don't know where that pass was going, and neither does Eagles athletic director Mike Maltesi, who puts his hands on his head like, what are we doing right now?
Yeah, nobody was home for that pass.
Eagles down by 10. Cut the lead a little bit here, but they gotta stop giving up these threes, and they gotta just get these rebounds offensively and defensively. As there's a steal by Ruiz Rivera, he'll take a 3. No good. Rebounded by Feliciano. Back over to Zerzola, who kicks it over to Freitas for 3. That won't go either. Now here we go. Some rebounding by the Eagles. Pruner will put it up. That won't go. Another rebound by Pruner. He'll put it up again. That won't go. And there we go. Finally. Finally, Jack Freitas will get him with the putback, and the Eagles cut this lead down to 8 with 3:38 to go.
And we see our second mask break of the game. Wow, and the Eagles, when I said they needed to rally around themselves, they started to get it going down 24-16. What I'm looking at is the Eagles are taking a lot better looks from around the court. They're not just sticking to three-point land. They're going inside, they're taking fouls, they're making layups, they're getting putbacks. It seems like they're finally starting to click.
But once again, you gotta realize here, the name of the game, really, in my opinion, the most important thing other than scoring points is the rebounding. And they haven't been rebounding very well, except for that last sequence right there.
Well, yeah, I'm hoping that momentum will carry over, and that last sequence will carry over into the rest of the game, and hopefully we'll see some of that a little bit more.
Platt calls a 60-second timeout now with 3:38 to go.
Platt calls a 60-second timeout.
And that comes right after the mask break, so we'll get a little bit of an extended break here.
You know, to me, it looked like some of the Platt players were a bit gassed right there. Maybe this is a way of, the coach calming his team down, getting them settled in, so maybe they can just go run away with this game here from here on out.
Maybe, and I'll remind the viewers at home of our upcoming schedule. You can watch it on Live Barn Monday night, 7:40, girls hockey taking on East Catholic. They'll be back at it again on Wednesday, 3:55. Not sure who they're taking on that night, but it will be their senior night game for girls ice hockey. We'll be back in the gym on Tuesday night, 6:45. Thursday, Eagles hockey on Castbox. The boys team taking on Hall Southington, the team that they met in the finals of the CCC South tournament last year, the team we beat to take home the hockey conference title. As the defending champs, we'll take on Hall Southington. That'll be Thursday, 4 o'clock puck drop, as Platt gets set to inbound it from the baseline.
So Smokes to inbound it here over to Nemani. Nemani over to Kelly, and right there the full court press doesn't work very well, or does it, as Kelly just throws it out of bounds.
And I don't know whether to chalk that up just a great defensive player, just a mental error.
Suddenly the Eagles have a chance to get back in this game big time. Now here's Freitas with it. Thought about the three, doesn't take it. Over to Zerzola. Zerzola over to Pruner. Pruner trying to do something with it now. Back to Zerzola. Pruner, he'll go up with it. That won't roll in. Rebounded by Pruner once again. He's still going for it. Takes Nemani to the ground, and Pruner is hurt.
He's getting up, so might be a cramp there.
Jake Pruner known to be a bit of a more physical player here, and honestly, that's what the Eagles need, as they are a smaller team compared to a lot of these teams in their conference.
Yeah, the height difference is definitely noticeable.
Subbing in for Platt, number 3, Juan Dunsey. Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 10, Louis Montalvo.
Montalvo will come in for the Eagles. Dancy will come in now for Platt. Smokes over to Nemani. That ball is tipped right there during the full court press. Now here's Pruner. He'll drive with it, puts it up and in. Suddenly we got ourselves a 2-possession game here, and Jomar Feliciano comes out of nowhere to knock that ball out of bounds.
He came flying out of nowhere. I mean, talk about speed. That was a blink and you'll miss it play.
Suddenly the Eagles get their stuff together and they're actually playing basketball now. Now here's Dancy. Giving it over to Smokes. Smokes over to Nemani. Nemani, he'll go up with it. That won't go. Rebounded by Smith, and he'll get the putback.
By number 2, Henry Smith.
Eagles just got to keep boxing out here, getting these rebounds, and they'll be right back in this game. So here's Ruiz Rivera with it now. Inside to Feliciano. So now here's Smith with it. He'll try and go up with it. No travel right there is absolutely incredible how that was not called.
Was it? You got the bucket? I think it was 2.
Yeah, number 2, Henry Smith.
Platt 2, by number 2, Henry Smith.
So now here's Freitas with it, looking for somebody, and they're going to call that a travel.
Platt ball.
Coach Finelli visibly upset as he's going to have Dylan Knapp come into the game now for Jomar Feliciano.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 22, Dylan Knapp.
Now here's Dancy with it. Over to Smith in the corner for 3. That won't go. Rebounded by Rodriguez. Over to Dancy. He'll go up with it. Foul on Louis Montalvo.
Louis Montalvo, first of the game.
Baseline inbound now. Rodriguez. Over to Smith. He'll put that up. Blocked by Pruner. Taken by Ruiz Rivera. Up to Pruner. Bodies flying all over the place. Great save by Knapp. Tries to get it inside to Ruiz Rivera, but that's taken. Ball flying everywhere now. Smith with a great move. That doesn't go. Rebounded now by Freitas, and it's going to go out on number 4. Going to go out on number 4 there, Anthony Nemani.
And we're seeing both teams playing on all cylinders right now. Eagles have got themselves back in this game with a minute and a half to go, 28-20.
Platt has 8 fouls. Eagles are already in the bonus here. So now here's Ruiz Rivera. Pump fake over to Freitas. Freitas moving around the perimeter. Ruiz Rivera for 3. That won't go. And they're going to say that Smith steps out of bounds off of getting that rebound. And now a big storyline right now for Ruiz Rivera is that he's been off of his 3-game recently. We know freshman year, he was just shooting them from all over the perimeter and making them. And now in this year at least, from what I've noticed, not been making too many of those. Freitas looking for somebody now. Pruner inside the paint. His shot won't go. Almost rebounded right there by Knapp, but it is taken by Smith. Smith trying to make a move on Pruner. Nemani kicks it out to Smokes for 3. That won't go. Over the back again by Rodriguez.
Flag foul on number 5, Elijah Rodriguez. The second of the game, team 9.
Jake Pruner will now go to the line for the Eagles. Or excuse me, not Jake Pruner, Ruiz Rivera.
Yeah, Ruiz Rivera really looking for redemption from the missed threes from thus far in the season, and hoping he can rebound off of that.
And he'll miss that one. Not a good game at all. 1 minute now left here in the second quarter. Smith with a beautiful move right there. So now here's Ruiz Rivera over to Montalvo for three. That won't go for him. Rebounded by Smith. Up to Smokes. He'll try and kick that out to Dancy, but that won't go as it goes off the backboard. Now here's Montalvo driving with it. And that looks like a clean block to me, but they're going to call a blocking foul on number 4, Anthony Nemani. And that puts the Eagles into the double bonus.
Black foul on number 4, Anthony Nemani. His first of the game, team 10, 2 shots.
Joe Raposo to come in now for the last 34.5.
All the way, sir.
Montalvo.
Second for Wethersfield, number 24, Joe Raposo.
Montalvo will make his first one. Freitas comes out of the game for Raposo. Montalvo trying to cut it to an 8-point lead. He cannot do that. Rebounded by Raposo, but they're going to say that he went over the back right there. And that will put Platt into the bonus.
Wethersfield foul on number 24, Joe Raposo. His first of the game, team 7, 1-1.
Latina trying to coach now from the bench. Rodriguez will make his first at the line. Bring it back to a 10-point lead now.
Yeah, Eagles have really got to find a way to close the gap here in this third, or when they get to the third quarter.
Rodriguez will miss the second one. Eagles have a chance to hold for last shot here, but I don't know if they're going to want to do that.
It's a long wait if you got 30 seconds.
So now here's Raposo with it now. Trying to make a move. Raposo inside to Pruner. He'll drive baseline with it. They're going to call a charging foul on him with 17.6 now. And now Platt with a much more doable last shot.
Wethersfield foul on number 23, Jake Pruner. His second of the game, team 8.
Full court press work stolen by Dylan Knapp, and he'll get blocked by Anthony Nemani, who gets up and over him.
Out of bounds, Eagles ball.
What a block right there.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a number of good blocks through this second quarter, and they just seem to be getting better and better.
And now the Eagles don't know who's inbounding. You'd see something like that on Shacked and a Fool on TNT right there.
Yeah.
So now Raposo inbounding it to Montalvo. Giving over to Ruiz Rivera. He'll drive with it. Crazy move right there, but that won't go in. 5.1 seconds now. Platt ball. Full court press for the Eagles. What is going on?
Here it comes.
So now here's Dancy with it. He'll take about a 30-foot shot right there. That won't go. 31-21 is your score here at the end of the first half.
Platt 31, Wethersfield 21.
We'll be right back here after the halftime break, or we'll be back at least late halftime with your halftime update. 31-21 your score. We'll be right back.
He's up there. He's up there. Like, but can't he? No, I can't. No, I can take the ball and bring it over here. You get called out there. That's the highest.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the court, your Weathersfield Eagles.
I can have some things. Oh, hell no. I'll get some things. Huh? No, you know too much of it. Like, here, man, it's just from the phone. I start getting you up. Or after you cutting your tongue up. Yeah, right after I had that, so I was like, had two, you know how like you get a side of mac and cheese like had two of those. You got the what are you trying to do here? Indian beef. I don't know though.
Well, we're back from halftime, about 20 seconds to go. My name is James Clark, the voice of the Eagles, joined by Josh Barber, our play-by-play broadcaster for basketball season. And Josh, what have you noticed coming out of halftime with this Eagles squad?
So the Eagles coming out of halftime here into the third quarter, and honestly throughout the rest of the game, they started to pick it up close to at about the second half of the second quarter, I should say. Excuse me, and from there, they really got to start rebounding a lot better. You know, they haven't really been rebounding to the point where a lot of people would like them to, and I really feel like that's a place where they really have to start improving. As Dancy will take the ball down the court, and we get started here with the third quarter. Nemani working around Luke Latina. He'll put that one up and in. A quick score right there for Anthony Nemani and the Platt Panthers.
Platt 2 by number 4, Anthony Nemani.
So now here is Ruiz Rivera will go up with it. That will get blocked by Nemani. Picked up by Pruner, or excuse me, not Pruner, that is Latina.
Goes 2 by number 4, Luke Latina.
And Latina will put that one in. We're back to a 10-point game. Nemani over to Dancy. Dancy trying to do something with it here. Pick sets up by Rodriguez. Over to Smith. Smith had an incredible first half, really all over the court for the Panthers. Smith dump off to Smokes, who'll put it up and in.
Platt 2 by number 20, Matthew Smokes.
Smokes from inside the paint right there, really just creating open shots for himself. So now here's Latina. Latina trying to bring his team back here. Dumps it off to Feliciano. Back over to Latina. Latina thinks about taking the three. He had about a split second where he could have. Didn't take that. Now Ruiz Rivera for three. That won't go. Rebounded by Smith. Smith rushing the ball down the court. Dumps it off to Smokes once again.
Platt 2 by number 20, Matthew Smokes.
We're seeing what happened here in the first quarter with this Platt offense just coming out and absolutely dominating the Eagles. So now here's Raposo. Raposo over to Feliciano. Feliciano, he'll go up with it. Doesn't go, rebounded, and he gets his own rebound.
Number 40, Gilmar Feliciano.
Feliciano gets his own rebound and puts it back up. That's just a great basketball play right there. As Dancy being picked up by Ruiz Rivera, who is still not shooting at all very well from the three-point line. He's missed every single three that he has taken tonight. Jack Freitas comes into the game now.
Again for Wethersfield, number 5, Jack Freitas.
For
foul on number 4, Luke Latina. His third of the game, team first.
Latina picks up his third foul of the game, prompting Freitas to come in for him. So now here's Smith. He'll try and drive, kicks it out to Smokes for three. Smokes going off right now.
3 by number 20, Matthew Smokes.
Matthew Smokes going off right now. He had the first 5 points of the game, and now he's got 7 here at the beginning as Ruiz Rivera.
11, Robert Ruiz Rivera.
Ruiz Rivera puts up a kind of crazy shot right there from the elbow, and that will go. Working it around the perimeter now. Belak gets into the passing lane, and they'll take it all the way out. They're going to call it out of bounds on Ruiz Rivera. Platt will inbound it from the baseline.
And these guys are up 40-27. They're really starting to put the Eagles out of business here.
So now here's Nemani. He'll put up a shot, mid-ranger, rebounded by Feliciano. Well, 5:25 to go here. 40-27 is the score. One foul. It's on Luke Latina. Raposo's trying to do something with it. He'll drive, put it up. That won't go. Rebounded by Rodriguez. Raposo's looking for the foul. Now here's Smokes. Over to Nemani. Nemani, he'll go up with it. That won't happen. Blocked by Ruiz Rivera, and they're going to call a foul on Ruiz Rivera now.
Wethersfield foul on number 11, Robert Ruiz Rivera.
Montalvo comes in now.
Number 10, Louis Montalvo.
For Ruiz Rivera. You got to give the Eagles credit here. They're still playing hard. It's just that some shots aren't going their way, and but also some of it's their own fault with the whole rebounding situation here. As Smith has it, beautiful spin move right there. He'll put up a long range two, and that will go. Oh my goodness, is he cooking right now?
Henry Smith.
So now here is Feliciano. He'll try and drive with it, and they're going to call a jump ball. It will be Eagles ball.
Jump ball, Eagles possession.
The referee did a little dance right there for the jump ball.
He's getting a little excited, I guess.
So now here's Feliciano looking for something. Out to Montalvo. Montalvo back to Feliciano in the corner. Trying to go with it baseline. That one is taken away by Nemani. Nemani running down the court with it. He'll put that one up. That won't go. Rebounded by Belak. Over to Freitas. Freitas, long pass over to Feliciano. Goes up there like a wide receiver and puts it in. So now here's Dancy with it. Over to Rodriguez, being double teamed in the corner. Pass knocked away by Freitas. Now Freitas can't get it. Now here's Smith. Smith will go up with it. And that one will go. No charging foul on him.
By number 2, Henry Smith.
Henry Smith yelling, "Let's go" from the court right there, and that's right. He can talk the talk because he can walk the walk right now. Henry Smith playing an absolute amazing game. Now here's Raposo trying to do something with it. He'll drive with it, puts it up, and that won't go. Eagles just not hitting their shots. Feliciano going up with it now, and he'll make it. And they're going to call a foul on somebody here.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 23, Jake Prunier. And subbing in for Platt, number 12, Deontay Torres.
So Deontay Torres comes in for Platt. Pruner comes in for Wethersfield. We're going to have a mass break right now.
Assessed to number 5.
So right,
Freitas, his first of the game, team third.
So right now, something that I'm noticing is Latina on the bench calling out plays, being the senior captain that he is, and really that's just great leadership by him.
Yeah, and I mean it's nice for him. I mean, again, his dad is a coach of a D1 men's program, and it's also good signs of being a captain and being a court general out there, really leading his group of guys throughout the game, and that's the qualities you look for in a captain. And he's really showcasing that talent tonight.
So it's 44-31 here with 3:42 to go here. Eagles have 3 fouls right now. Platt has none here after having a very high fouling first half for them.
Yeah, Platt's really kind of cleaned up their act here in the start of this second half. And to go up 44-31, they're really firing on all cylinders. And that's nothing against Wethersfield. Wethersfield has come out and started to hit shots as well in this quarter, but they're just not as good as Platt tonight. They're getting run out of the gym.
Platt is really playing incredibly right now. As Nemani will bring the ball up the court, Feliciano's going to pick him up at half. Nemani over to Smith in the corner. He'll drive baseline, dumps it off to Smokes, who'll put it up. That won't go. Freitas tries to rebound it. And they're going to say that it goes off of a Platt player. Eagles get it in quickly. They don't let Platt set up. Now here's Freitas. Moving around with it over to Montalvo. Montalvo over to Pruner. Pruner back to Freitas. Freitas moving around with the ball now. Over to Feliciano. Feliciano's going to try and do something with it. Takes a mid-ranger from the free throw line, and that will go. Full court press right now by the Eagles. Platt gets through that pretty easily. As here's Smith in the corner for 3. That won't go. Rebounded by Nemani. He's being double teamed. Wide open is Deontay Torres from the paint.
Number 12, Deontay Torres.
Zorzola to come in for the Eagles now at the next stoppage. Feliciano over to Montalvo. He'll try and drive with it. No, kicks it out to Raposo for 3. That will go!
Number 24, Joe Raposo.
Now here's Smith over to Dancy with it now. Full court press not working too well right now. Latina in the bench hyping up the Eagles. Nemani over to... Nemani, who gave it over to Smith, who swung it over to Dancy right there. He won't make it now. Smith again, that won't go. Rebounded by Dancy. Eagles just getting unlucky bounces here off the rim. Pass by Dancy. Over to Smith. He'll drive with it. Puts up a floater. That won't go. Rebounded by Pruner. Coach Finelli telling his team to slow down here. Freitas is going to set up the offense from the logo. Montalvo being guarded by Torres. Montalvo gets a pick. He'll drive with it now. Puts that one up. That won't go for him. Dancy's going to drive with it. Fouled by Pruner. Pruner's looking for the jump ball right there, thinking he got his hand on it.
Yeah, Eagles have really got to clean up their game right now. This is not the way they want to play.
So the Eagles will pick up their fourth team foul.
Number 23, Jake Prunier, his third of the game, team fourth.
So Latina now has 3. Pruner has 3. And Latina's going to come back into the game.
Yeah, I think it's about time. He really is a court general. He knows how to lead the guys out there on the floor, and it's a shame to keep him on the bench.
Two of them.
For Wethersfield, number 2, Zach Zerzola, and number 4, Luke Latina.
So Zerzola and Latina come in, and now 2 of the Eagles' better players, Latina and Pruner, both have 3, and they're 3 fouls. They're in foul trouble right now, as we still have a whole nother quarter to play here.
Yeah, well, lucky for them, there's only about a minute 44 to go in this quarter, so this thing went by quick.
Minute 39 here, 48-36 is your score. Freitas over to Latina, he'll kick it out for 3. That won't go. Latina tries to draw the foul there. He can't do that. Smith driving the ball down the court, he'll go to the line for 2. Eagles now picking up their 5th foul, and Platt still has none.
With foul on number 10, Louis Montalvo, his second of the game, team 5th, 2 shots.
So suddenly the roles have reversed here as far as fouls go.
5 in this one quarter. That's an incredible number on its own.
And Platt has 0.
Yeah, this has really been a big polarization of this game.
Platt has nobody up court right now for them for this free throw attempt.
And maybe they're checking for a wet spot, I think, down along the baseline.
Latina's going to clean that up with his shoe.
Great sound to hear.
Platt's
Always.
playing 4 guys back right now, which is an interesting strategy.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off for him.
So you didn't butcher it like I did last game.
No, I haven't. And I haven't seen that movie in years.
Smith will make both of them right now. I think that puts him into the 20s as far as points. And there's 50 points total for Platt. So now here's Raposo. Over to Zerzola for 3. He hits that. In the warm-up, Zach Zerzola was hitting a ton of 3-pointers. I'm not surprised that they gave it to him right there. As there's Dancy over to Smokes. Smokes over to Nemani. Nemani over to Smith. Great ball movement right now by Platt. Nemani being guarded by number 2, Zach Zerzola. Nemani out to Dancy. Dancy almost loses it, regains possession. Out to Torres. Torres over to Smokes. Smokes swings it to Nemani for 3. That won't go. Rebounded by Zerzola, taken away by Smith. Smith, beautiful crossover 3. That will go. Oh my goodness.
Platt 3 by number 2, Henry Smith.
What an individual effort from this man right here.
Yeah, Henry Smith has really came and balled out.
So now here's Zerzola kicking it out to Raposo. He won't take that. He'll drive with it. And they're going to call an and 1 right there for Joe Raposo.
Count the bucket.
Raposo has a chance to make this, cut this down to a 13-point lead.
Platt foul on number 4, Anthony Nemani, his first of the game, team first, 1 shot.
Excuse me, not a 13-point lead. They didn't put the points up there as I said that. 20 seconds left. He has the chance to cut it down to an 11-point lead. And he'll make it. 11-point lead now for Platt. 20 seconds to go here in the third. 53-42 is the score. And they're going to throw it out. Smith will throw it out there. Full court press now for the Eagles. Smokes to inbound the ball.
I want to see if the Finelli special works here.
Gets it immediately up to Dancy. Works pretty well right there. Dancy can't get control of it. They're looking all over for it. And they're going to call it is Platt ball as it goes off of the Eagles.
Bounds, Platt ball.
12.3 seconds now. Platt's going to hold for last shot, I assume, if they can inbound this in time. Inbounding by Smokes. He gets it back to him. He'll take the 3. Rebounded by Freitas. They have to get the ball up the court quickly. Now here's Freitas with it. Freitas over to Montalvo. Montalvo, quick 3. That won't go. Rebounded by Raposo. He'll get it up, but not in time.
And Raposo almost had a buzzer beater putback.
53-42 is the score here at the end of the third.
Your score after 3 quarters of play, the Panthers 53, the Eagles 42.
So this is is a very doable game right now for the Eagles, but they got to contain one man and one man only, and his name is Henry Smith.
Yeah, Henry Smith has been a monster, and I mean, he's been a dual threat. He's out there on defense, he's out there in the transition play, he's out there in the offense, he's everywhere tonight. It's almost like there's 3 of him out there. It's incredible. I think the Eagles have really got to box out on him, kind of single him out and take him out of this game defensively, but right now, they're not doing any of that, and it looks like they're nowhere close to being able to do that. They've really got to get that down packed here in the 4th.
I'm just absolutely amazed right now by how this team is playing.
Yeah, well, the Eagles have managed to keep themselves in it a little bit here late in this game, and we'll see if they can't pull off the 11-point comeback. I mean, 8 minutes to go, it's possible. A lot can happen in 8 minutes.
So Eagles have a couple guys in foul trouble. Latina and Pruner are both in foul trouble. And if I'm Coach Finelli, I'm seeing, okay, wait a minute here. Zach Zerzolo was hitting 3s in warm-ups. Now he hits a 3 in the game. Should we start maybe looking at him for some open 3s here to get us back in the game? Because I saw in warm-ups he was raining these 3s down like it was nothing.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a wise decision to put him in this game and keep him in and feed him the ball from beyond the arc.
Zerzolo almost steals that from Nemani right there. He'll pass it over to Rodriguez, who comes in now.
Solid block from Feliciano.
Now here's Zerzolo. Over to Montalvo. Montalvo over to Freitas. Freitas will go up with it. From just outside the paint, that won't go. Rebounded by Smith. Who else, man? Who else but Henry Smith right now? So now here's Nemani. Working on Zerzolo. Over to Dancy. Dancy with it now. Ball poked away by Feliciano. Dancy trying to drive with it. He'll regain possession somehow after there are 3 Eagles around him, and he'll kick it out to Smith. Smith throws it out of bounds after a miscommunication with Smokes. 7:05 left here.
Looks like Zerzola's going to inbound it. And Feliciano is tying his shoes. And I said it in the last game. I said it in the girls' game. That's why you do a double knot, kids. Take notes.
So now Zerzolo over to Montalvo. It seemed like Zerzolo brings up the ball. They give to Montalvo, and then Montalvo just passes it to someone else. Feliciano loses control. Feliciano gets it back. Latina for 3. That won't go. Freitas gets in there, gets it, and puts it up and in.
Number 5, Jack Freitas.
So Freitas right there gets in there. Now here's Smokes with a wide open 3. You know he's going to take that. That won't go. Rebounded by Latina. You know, and sometimes you get those unlucky bounces, but with Matthew Smokes the way that he's been playing, you know, 1 or 2 misses isn't going to do him any harm. Foul right there by Henry Smith on Luke Latina, team second.
On number 2, Henry Smith. Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 24, Joe Raposo.
Raposo will come in for Montalvo now.
Fouls the second of the game, second for the team.
Turn around. Come to the plate. Be active.
Zerzola to inbound the ball. He'll inbound it to Raposo. Raposo over to Latina. Latina, pump fake, drive. Zerzola kicks out to Freitas for 3. That won't go. Rebounded by Rodriguez. Smith gonna bring the ball down the court, slow things down for his team. Now here's Dancy. Surveying the court. He'll drive with it, puts up a floater. That won't go, looking for the foul. And I am 2 right there. He goes down pretty hard. Freitas lackadaisical a bit, almost gets the ball taken away. Beautiful move.
Number 5, Jack Freitas.
Platt coach looking for a travel right there. So now here's Smith. He'll go up with it, and he'll be going to the line. 6th team foul this half for the Eagles. 5:47 left. 53-46 is your score. Eagles only down 7.
Weathersfield foul assessed to number 24, Joe Raposo. His second of the game, 2-6, 2 shots.
Smith at the line. and he'll make that first free throw.
Can't say I'm surprised that he did.
And now, because he makes the first free throw, the two Platt players that were down there are going to move their way back. Get back on defense. Smith will miss the second one, so now it's still an 8-point game here. Zerzola brings the ball down the court for the Eagles, over to Feliciano. Over to Latina for three. That won't go, it gets front rimmed. And they're going to call it
Out of bounds, Panthers ball.
They're going to say it's out of bounds on the Eagles. And I agree with Raposo right there. I think that should have been out of bounds on Platt. Eagles ball. Full court press almost worked its magic right there. Somehow, Nemani splits the D, gets it over to Smith. Rodriguez with the rebound, and he'll put it in.
Platt 2 by number 5, Elijah Rodriguez.
Zerzola over to Latina. Back to Zerzola. Feeds it into Raposo. He'll go up with it. Should be an easy layup for him.
2 by number 24, Joe Raposo.
Looked like Dancy almost stepped out right there. Now here's Rodriguez over to Smith in the corner. Smith back out to Dancy. Surveying the court here once again. Feliciano inching up on him ever so slightly. Over to Nemani. Couple jab steps, very slight ones. Feliciano almost gets into the passing lane right now. Smokes with it. Eagles just pushing them back farther and farther to half court now, and they're going to call a foul on Zach Zerzola.
Wethersfield foul
Ruiz,
on number 2.
Ruiz Rivera
Zerzola.
and Pruner to come into the game now for the Eagles. That foul puts Platt into the bonus.
Number 11, Robert Ruiz Rivera, and number 23, Jake Pruner.
With Platt in the bonus now, the Eagles really don't have much more room to foul here.
Yeah, absolutely not. They've really got to clean up their act.
4:34, 56-48 is your score here. Eagles have 7 fouls. Platt has 2. Nemani will make his first free throw right there.
Eagles have still been closing the gap, though, which is incredibly impressive.
So now Nemani to try and make it a 10-point game. He'll miss the second one, rebounded by Raposo. Up to Latina trying to set up the offense here. Just about half of the quarter still left here, and the Eagles are down by 9. Raposo out to Freitas. Freitas pump fakes. He'll take it back out. He'll drive with it, puts it up, and in!
Eagles 2 by number 5, Jack Freitas.
Double team now in the corner. They're going to call it. Platt will now call a timeout. Smart play right there by their coach.
We'll see a mask break first here and then the timeout. And this is the second time Platt's done this. That is good strategy.
So Platt saw danger right there.
Platt calls a 3-second timeout, which will follow the mask break.
So if I'm not mistaken right now, Platt's coach saw danger, and honestly, I did too. You know, you got your player right there trapped in the corner, being double teamed.
Yeah, never a good spot. I mean, you can't just paint yourself into a corner like that. Good of the coach looking out for the team to call the timeout.
And that's just a smart play right there by Platt.
Yeah, it is. So that's the mask break ending, and we now transition to a 30-second timeout.
And honestly, this is a good strategy that even maybe Coach Finelli might want to pick up on, giving his team a bit of an extra break.
Yeah, I mean, it's good when the players are gassed, but I mean, the Eagles are closing the gap. It's a 7-point game with still half of this quarter to go.
Coach Finelli drawing up plays right now, and we know that he's got a couple things up his sleeve that we still haven't seen this season.
Yeah, and I certainly hope to see a few of those.
He always brings some trickery to the play. Some trickery to the table here with a couple trick plays, possibly. A couple inbounds plays that could possibly work as well. Eagles not doing the full court press now. They're going to move back to half court.
Well, I mean, it's been proven that it hasn't worked much of this quarter, so continuing is just wasting a few guys' energy.
So now here's Nemani being picked up by Latina. Dancy. Freitas almost gets there, and he forces a turnover. Eagles ball. Great play by Jack Freitas.
Out of bounds, Eagles ball.
3:47 left here. Freitas in the corner for three. That won't go. Rebounded by Smith. Freitas was wide open right there, just couldn't convert it. Rodriguez will put that one up and in.
Platt 2 by number 5.
So now here's Ruiz Rivera. Over to Raposo. Over to Pruner. Over to Freitas. Freitas will lose the ball to Dancy. And now they're calling for...
Oh, and Finelli does not like the timeout call there. He thinks Platt did not have the ball.
I agree with him. Right now he's stating his case. There was no possession. I agree. The ball was out of each person's hands.
60-second timeout.
Now he got a 60-second timeout to talk about that. So from what I saw, there was no possession at all between either teams.
Yeah,
so no timeout should have been called.
There's no real way you can tell which team had possession. If Finelli was able to call a timeout back there, I think he would have been able to get it, but I think it was a keen observation or an astute observation from the Platt coach to be able to call the timeout at the time, but still, there was no real way to tell either team had possession.
And really, the way that the Platt coach right now has been calling timeouts is actually really well and really effective. You know, right there, twice getting his team out of dangerous situations, and then even, that other time where he called the timeout during the mass break in order to give his team an extra long rest.
Yeah, he's really a man with a plan here tonight.
3:17 left, 59-50. Eagles down 9. Fouls are still 7-2 here. Platt has the ball. They're going to inbound it. And the Eagles are going to pick up with the full court press. And now there's no one to inbound for Platt. Dancy steps up to take it.
And now we can say it's happened to both teams tonight. Full court press.
And so once again, the full court press just not working out the way that they wanted to. Platt just moves around the ball so well. Smith being double teamed. Latino will get it. Looking for someone to give it to.
He's got nobody back there.
And now
called Wethersfield.
And so now a keen eye by Coach Finelli.
Calls 30-second timeout.
Battle of the wits now between the coaches and their timeouts that they have left.
Yeah, first half these guys are playing checkers. Now second half it's a game of chess.
And if Ruiz Rivera didn't trip right there, I think he would have been off to the races. He kind of tripped and couldn't pick up the ball at the same time.
No, that was Latino who fell.
Oh no, but Ruiz Rivera after that just couldn't pick up the ball from him.
Yeah, I think had nobody lost their footing, it would have been definitely at least 2 points from Wethersfield. They had a mighty good opportunity of fast break.
So we're back from the timeout now. Pruner to inbound the ball. Eagles having a bit of a bigger lineup out there right now. Raposo over to Latina in the corner being guarded by Smokes. Latina tries to get it inside to Pruner, stolen away by Smith. Smith now got to retrace his steps, giving over to Nemandi. Or excuse me, not Nemandi, Nemandi. Smith splits the defense with a beautiful move right there, still dribbling circles around the Eagles now. They're going to call a tip right there. No backcourt. Very surprising.
That's ridiculous.
Dancy. And there's Jack Freitas, who can't grasp the ball. Now here's Nemandi over to Smokes. He can't convert the N1. Sloppy play on both sides of the ball.
Wethersfield foul on number 24, Joe Raposo. His third game, team 8.
Feliciano to come into the game now for the Eagles, and number 13, junior Justin Black to come in for the Platt.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 40, Jomar Feliciano. Subbing in for Platt, number 13, Justin Black Jr.
Justin Black Jr. Why is the junior in front on our roster?
I don't know, maybe it was one of those weird last name first kind of things for that one name.
Excuse me, Justin Black Jr. So now here's Latina. He'll drive with it. No travel right there, and he'll put it up and in.
Number 4, Luke Latina.
Full court press now, still not working. Smokes over to Nemani. Nemani will go up with it and in.
Platt 2 by number 4, Anthony Nemani.
So now here's Ruiz Rivera for 3. Still not hitting. Ruiz Rivera will get the rebound. He'll go up with it and blocked by Smokes. Really just not his game at all. Now here's Smith. He'll go up with it. And guess whose game it is?
2 by number 2, Henry Smith.
It is Henry Smith's world, ladies and gentlemen. We're just living in it right now. Playing an absolutely incredible game right now for the Platt Panthers.
Again, talk about balling out.
Weathersfield calls a 60-second timeout.
I mean, he came here. He is strictly business tonight. I mean, he's come out and he's done everything.
152 to go. 65-52 is the score. Eagles have 8 fouls. Platt with 2. 13-point deficit right now with 152 to go. It's looking like the clock is about to strike midnight on the Eagles.
Yeah, these guys are just on the wrong side of tonight's game, and I hate to be pessimistic. I know I'm supposed to be impartial, but looking more and more like this game might be over. So no time like the present to break out the rally cap.
See, I forgot my hat tonight. You know, I feel like it wasn't a hat night. You feel?
Yeah, yeah.
No hat night tonight.
Foggy, rainy. No time like the present for the good old rally cap to come out, turn the hat inside out, get the rally going.
Montalvo comes into the game for the Eagles. He'll be the inbound. Eagles have more of a 3-point shooting roster out there, 3-point lineup if you want to call it that. But really they haven't been hitting any of their 3-pointers tonight except for 2 or 3. Raposo with the post up, trying to body Rodriguez. He'll go over the and 1.
And count the bucket again.
So now Joe Raposo has a chance to make this a 10-point lead.
Flat foul on number 5, Elijah Rodriguez. His third of the game, team third, 1 shot.
Rebounds are the big thing right here. The Eagles need to start getting offensive and defensive rebounds. Raposo's shot bounces around the rim, but it'll end up going in. So now here's Nemani. Over to Smith. Smith up to Smokes. Smokes looking for something to do with it here. Back to Nemani. Raposo tries to reach in for that one. That won't go. Rebounded by Feliciano off of Nemani's shot. Latina, he'll lose it. Picked up by Henry Smith. Smith will go up with it. And he puts that one in.
2 by number 2, Henry Smith.
Feel like a broken record saying it, but what an incredible night for that young man right there. Now here's Freitas for 3. That will go.
3 by number 5, Jack Freitas.
Eagles will call a timeout now. 60-second timeout.
Weathersfield will call a 60-second timeout.
I don't know. I think it's the rally cap. It's working.
I was about to say that, but now, you got to think here.
It's all coming together.
You got to think here. Was that too little too late? They needed the 3-pointers earlier in the game, earlier in this half, even earlier in the quarter to try and get them back into it, but now...
It's a 9-point game. You still got 1:05 to go. If you're able to force turnovers just right, you could get a lot going in this time period, but... It's that full court press. It's weird. You got to get the full court press to work if you're going to have a chance to force the turnovers you need, to convert the threes you need, to convert the comeback.
And then even transition defense. See, with a lot of these that I'm seeing here, once Platt's on the transition, the Eagles, right, they're not going up for fouls.
No.
I'd rather give up a good foul versus give up the easy points in order to send someone to the line.
Well, we've seen Platt hasn't always been 100% from the free throw line. I mean, shots from the charity stripe are probably the hardest points to get in tonight's game, and I think that might be a strategy the Eagles might want to go down.
And so Black will get fouled right there. He'll go to the free throw line. And that was a beautiful inbounds pass, a little give and go between him and Henry Smith.
Weathersfield foul on number 40, Jomar Feliciano. His first of the game, team 9th, 1-1.
This is not over. We got a rebound. Watch out.
So So Black will make his first one, making it a 10-point game once again. 1:01 to go here. Still doable. It's just going to take about a miracle and a half.
Maybe 2.
So now it's an 11-point game. 69-58 is the score here with 1 minute to go.
Remaining in the fourth quarter.
Latino forces up a three-pointer. That won't go. Hand straight up there. Raposo falls on it.
Why are you holding the ball? Everybody get. Hold it here. Hold it right there.
Platt coach very angry right now at Elijah Rodriguez for holding the ball in the air while the Eagles' hands are in the air. Easy to swipe away right there. Eagles will call a timeout.
Wethersfield calls a 60-second timeout.
So now we got 50.4 seconds. Eagles do have the possession.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm supposed to be impartial and not pessimistic, but it looks like this game is just about over.
Yeah, I honestly, I definitely agree with you. Honestly, the way that I saw the Eagles come out in that first quarter, I knew from there Platt was probably going to end up winning this game. You know, the Eagles came out flat. Platt came out firing on all cylinders. Platt came out shooting the ball well. Platt came out making the baskets, rebounding, scoring, and all these other things, playing great defense.
They had the opportunity in that third quarter.
They did.
Came in down by only 8 points.
They did.
They're down by 11 right now with 50 seconds to go.
So now here's Freitas, over to Feliciano, over to Raposo for 3. That won't go. It doesn't even hit the rim. It hits the backboard. Full court press. Feliciano will pick up his second foul on Henry Smith. And I think at this point, I think now the clock has struck midnight.
Wethersfield foul on number 40, Jomar Feliciano. His second of the game, team 10.
And you gotta wonder, maybe the rally cap just wasn't enough. See, Josh, if you brought your hat, we could have had 2 rally caps and twice the power.
I just got a new haircut. I don't want to put a hat on this thing as Zerzola comes into the game.
For Wethersfield, number 2, Zach Zerzola.
Smith will miss his second shot, but it's rebounded by Smokes, who just puts up a crazy one, and it drops for him. Wow!
By number 20, Matthew Smokes.
Hands up.
So now here's Feliciano. He'll drive with it. Baseline. That won't go. Rebounded by Nemani up to, excuse me, not Smokes, that's Smith. He'll put that one in once again.
Henry Smith.
So now here's Feliciano for 3. That won't go for him, and I think at this point, this game is just about over, ladies and gentlemen. Your final score here will be, oh, no, Henry Smith has to add on another one.
To Henry Smith.
Your final score here will be 76-58. Eagles will drop to 2-4. And that will do it for us. On behalf of Jimmy Clark, my name is Josh Barbara.
40, Jomar Feliciano. Your final score in this evening's contest, Platt 76, Wethersfield 60.
Excuse me.
Thanks for attending this evening's contest, and please drive home safely.
So Feliciano tacks on a little 2 right there.
That's kind of an insult, even when you're the losing team, but you're putting one on in the very final, the waning moments of this game.
So
Just, I don't know how I feel about that.
76-60 is now our final score, not 76-58. On behalf of Jimmy Clark, my name is Josh Barbara. Until next time, stay safe, stay happy. We'll see you guys. Stay happy.